Have you ever wondered how the decisions made by the Federal Reserve impact your daily life, or perhaps what role does Jerome Powell play in all of this? The Federal Reserve, often just called the Fed, is like the heartbeat of our economy, with its decisions influencing everything from your monthly mortgage payment to the cost of your grocery shopping. At the helm of this powerful institution is Jerome Powell, serving as its chairman. His words and decisions shape the financial landscape, affecting us all in myriad ways. In his most recent speech, Jerome Powell made three main points that we'll delve into. The first point Powell made was on the economic outlook. He painted a picture of an economy that's recovering steadily, albeit with some uncertainty on the horizon. Powell highlighted the resilience of the markets and the strength of consumer spending as key drivers of this recovery. However, he also pointed out risks like the lingering effects of the pandemic, supply chain disruptions, and global economic instability. These factors could potentially slow down the pace of recovery. Now, what does this mean for the average Joe or Jane? Well, the strength of the economy impacts everything from the prices we pay at the grocery store to the stability of our jobs. If the recovery continues, we can expect a stable job market and manageable cost of living. On the other hand, if the risks Powell mentioned come into play, we might see some economic bumps on the road. So, the economic outlook, according to Powell, is cautiously optimistic with a note of vigilance for the potential challenges ahead. The second point Powell touched on was the monetary policy. He outlined the Federal Reserve's strategy to adjust their policy in response to the changing economic climate. The main objective, to promote maximum employment and price stability. This involves adjusting interest rates and managing money supply to balance economic growth and inflation. The reasons behind these changes? Well, economic conditions are always evolving, and the Federal Reserve must adapt its policy to ensure stability. Powell emphasized that the Federal Reserve will remain flexible and responsive to the needs of the economy, ensuring decisions are data-driven and considerate of the wider economic landscape. How could this impact you? Well, changes in monetary policy can influence borrowing costs, returns on savings, and even the price of your grocery bill. Hence, the Federal Reserve's monetary policy, as explained by Powell, is. The third and final point from Powell's speech was on inflation concerns. Powell expressed a measured concern about the current rate of inflation, acknowledging that it has been running higher than the Federal Reserve's goal. He attributed this to various factors, including supply chain disruptions and increased consumer demand. He assured that the Federal Reserve has tools to address inflation and emphasized their commitment to do so to sustain economic recovery. This could mean changes in interest rates, which in turn could affect the cost of living, from mortgage payments to grocery bills. In conclusion, Powell's view on the inflation concerns are cautiously optimistic, backed by the Federal Reserve's readiness to act. Remember, these decisions have a big impact on our economy and our daily lives. Stay educated and stay informed.